Good evening. I am Guruswami K, Head of the Department of Physics, IDSC Government College, Chikmagalur. In this video, I am going to discuss the fourth lecture on oscillation. This chapter belongs to the program First BSc Physics, second semester, paper 2. The title of the paper is Heat and Thermodynamics, Radiation, Waves, Oscillation and Sound. In this session, we should discuss the topics like concept of resonance and examples of forced oscillations and resonance. In the previous discussion, we discussed about what are forced oscillations and examples for forced oscillator and concept of resonance. And we discussed the derivation for the equation of a forced oscillator and condition for resonance. In this discussion, we discussed in detail about the concept of resonance. We know that from the theory of forced oscillation, we have an expression for amplitude of oscillation as resultant amplitude. A is equal to F naught divided by omega naught squared minus P squared whole square plus 4B squared P squared whole to the power of. Once again, I am going to repeat this. Amplitude A is equal to F naught divided by omega naught squared minus P squared whole squared plus 4B squared P squared whole to the power of half. This is the resultant amplitude expression from the theory of forced oscillations. And the amplitude will be maximum when the applied force frequency, if it is matches with the natural frequency of vibration or natural frequency of oscillation of the oscillator. That is, if P is equal to PR, that is equal to say root of omega naught squared minus 2B squared, then the amplitude becomes maximum. The body vibrates with the maximum amplitude. Then we say that the body is under resonance. Then the expression for the amplitude at resonance is, that is maximum amplitude, A maximum is equal to F naught divided by 2B into P squared plus B squared whole to the power of half. A maximum is equal to F naught divided by 2B into P squared plus B squared whole to the power of half. This is the expression for maximum amplitude. Like this, we are going to set expression for amplitude of oscillation, the forced oscillation at resonance. Now we are going to discuss once again what is resonance. The phenomenon in which amplitude of the forced oscillator is maximum for a particular frequency of applied force, that is PR, is called amplitude resonance, and the frequency of the applied force is called resonant frequency. Once again, I am going to repeat this. The phenomenon in which amplitude of the forced oscillator is maximum for a particular frequency of applied force, and is that frequency is what we call resonant frequency, and the phenomenon is what we call amplitude resonance. In case of low damping, that is B tends to 0, amplitude A is maximum. When B tends to 0, or if it is B takes very small values, then amplitude of oscillation, forced oscillation will be maximum. When P is equal to omega naught, when the frequency of the oscillator executing forced oscillation, if it is equal to omega naught, what is omega naught? The natural frequency of vibrating body. The frequency of the applied force, if it is equal to the natural frequency of the vibrating body which execute forced oscillation, that is when applied force frequency matches with the natural frequency of the oscillator, resonance occurs. At resonance, A maximum is equal to F naught divided by 2BP. When P is equal to omega naught, if you substitute this, P is equal to omega naught in equation 2, then omega naught squared minus P squared term cancels. If you simplify that, we get an expression for amplitude at resonance as A maximum is equal to F naught divided by 2BP. That is, A maximum is equal to F naught divided by 2BP. The variation of the amplitude with the frequency is shown in figure A. That is the resonance curves amplitude resonance curves in figure A. When the damping is 0, theoretically speaking, when V tends to 0, the damping is 0, the amplitude at resonance is infinite. The amplitude at resonance is infinite, but damping cannot be 0. In any media, we found that some media friction or resistance is there. Because of the resistive force, we found that damping should always be there. Even though it is small, it is there. It's not equal to 0. Thereby, the sharpness of resonance decreases as damping increases. If the damping is 0, sharpness of resonance is infinite. If the sharpness of resonance gradually decreases as damping increases. The damping force or media friction force or resistance force, if it is increases, then the sharpness of resonance decreases. At resonance, we know that P equal to omega naught, then tan phi is equal to infinity, or phi is equal to pi by 2. Phi is equal to pi by 2. Okay, if we see this figure or a plot, it is a plot of amplitude versus the frequency of the applied force. Okay, the nature of graphs obtained for different case of damping. One is zero damping, large damping, light damping. Okay, in the different cases of damping, the nature of resonance curves obtained is as shown here. When this P is equal to omega naught, then there is no damping. In that case, that is what we call zero damping. We found that the sharpness of resonance is infinite. Okay, these two lines meet at infinity. Okay, low frequency and higher frequencies at this point. As the damping increases, the sharpness of resonance decreases. For light damping, we are going to get this type of curves. And if you increase the damping, for large damping case, we are going to get this third curve. Here, if the damping increases, then the resonance curves becomes flattened. Okay. If more damping, more flattened curves are obtained. If less damping, then steep curves are obtained. Okay. The sharpness of reference, if it is high, then the nature of the curves will be steeper. Like this, okay, the resonance curves for different cases of damping can be explained with this plot. Now we are going to give some examples for forced oscillations and resonance. Okay, we are going to give a list of familiar examples for forced oscillations and resonance concept. First one is sonometer experiment. In sonometer experiment, string vibrates when the stem of the vibrating tuning fork is pressed on the board, sonometer board. This is forced vibration. This is forced vibration. By the help of the vibration of the tuning fork, we have to set the vibrations on the board of the board of the sonometer. That type of vibration setup in the sonometer board are forced vibration. If natural frequency of the string coincide with the frequency of the tuning fork, natural frequency of the string which is attached to the sonometer board. If it is coincide or if it is matches with the frequency of the tuning fork, it is applied force, then string vibrates with larger amplitude, which is resonance. Similar observation can be made in organ pipe experiment, the resonance column. This resonance column experiment that is, belongs to sound concept, and one more is this one. This is also sound that comes in lower class, that is PUC classes, the first PUC I think so. There we conducted experiments on sonometer and as well as resonance column. There we observed these type of forced oscillation and concept of resonance or phenomenon of resonance. You are familiar with this because you have conducted experiments in PUC. Okay. Next, soldiers, another example for this forced oscillation and resonance. So this is a physical example. Everyone should aware of these type of examples. No? Soldiers, while marching on a bridge, set the bridge into forced vibration or forced oscillation. If applied force frequency matches with natural frequency of the bridge, resonance takes place and the bridge vibrates with larger amplitude and may break down. Okay, if that frequency of oscillation, if it is exactly matches with the frequency of marching of the soldiers, here the troops of soldiers were marched, no, a mass is marched, thereby that impact is very high. That may cause damage the bridge, okay, and may break down the bridge. Therefore, soldiers are asked to break their steps while marching on a bridge. Okay, in military training camps, they used to train the soldiers like that. Therefore, soldiers are asked to break their steps while marching on a bridge. Next example is the receiver antenna in a radio receiver receives a particular station under resonance condition. That is when the frequency of the LC circuit is equal to frequency of the signal received. And those LC circuits are what we call tuning circuits. Not only in radio, in TV and other multimedia devices, there we use this concept of resonance. That is in electrical circuits. Okay, that is, but also we are come across plus two, no? That is PU classes, series LCR resonant circuit and parallel LCR resonant circuit. There also we discuss the concepts of resonance. So in LC or LCR circuits, we found that this resonance phenomena. When resonance takes place in the frequency of the this one, the AC applied, okay, frequency, if it is matches with the natural frequency of the circuit which generates the oscillations or waves, okay, then we found the maximum current flowing through the circuit. That is what we call resonance in electrical circuits. Next one is Helmholtz resonator. A cavity of air with an opening will resonate at a natural frequency when the air is excited. This experiment is performed in the first semester also, Helmholtz resonator experiment. Okay, there we found it again the principle on which this Helmholtz resonator, okay, works is a resonance. Thereby it is called resonator. It is also called as aspirator bottle. Okay, in that bottle we are going to study the concept of resonance or phenomenon of resonance. There is another example. A cavity of air with an opening will resonate at a natural frequency when the air is excited. With the help of that resonance phenomena, we are going to determining the known frequency of the given tuning fork with the help of the Helmholtz resonator. Also, we are going to determine the velocity of sound at at 0 degrees Celsius and at room temperature. The velocity of sound at 0 degrees Celsius and at room temperature. These experiments were done by using Helmholtz resonator, and that works on the principle of resonance. This is the another example for resonance. With this, I am going to end of this session. Okay. Once again, I am going to discuss the topics, whatever we discussed now. In this session, we discussed about concept of resonance. In that, we have given the expression for the amplitude at resonance and as well as frequency at resonance and the phenomenon of resonance. Then we are explaining the sharpness of resonance for different cases of damping and examples for forced oscillations and resonance. These topics were discussed in this session. Again, here, the examination point of view, they may ask what is resonance, and write down the expression for amplitude and frequency, resonant frequency in the case of forced harmonic oscillator. There will be a 2 marks question, and they may ask what is resonance and discuss sharpness of resonance in the case of forced oscillations or forced simple harmonic oscillator. There will be again a 2 marks question on this concept. And this also give some examples for forced oscillations and resonance. Again, this is also for 2 marks question. Okay. With this, I am ending the session. Thank you. Thank you one and all.